before the health care vote on Sunday. 2, Ohio Democrat Steve Driehaus also says he got death threats. Democrats James Clyburn and Bart Stupak both report receiving fax communications with the image of a noose. You see it right there. Quote, all baby killers come to unseemly ends either by the hand of man or the hand of God. There's more. The FBI is now investigating a case involving a Virginia Democrat. His name is Tom Perriello. It includes accusations that somebody tried to cut a gas line at his brother's address thinking it was him. Then there's this, brand new, a coffin reportedly left in or near the yard of Democrat Russ Carnahan of Missouri. Windows smashed at Democratic offices in at least 3 states. I talked about Bart Stupak just a little while ago, right? He's the Democrat who made the crucial deal on abortion. Here now, so you can listen to him for yourself, for some of the phone messages that were left for him.
You're low-life, baby-murdering, scumbag pile of steaming crap. You're a cowardly punk, Stupak.
Think about this. There are millions of people across the country who wish you ill. And all of those thoughts projected on you will materialize into something that's not very good for you.
All right, let's turn the corner on this now if we can, as I continue my explanation on the story as it develops both politically and in some cases criminally. You heard it here yesterday. Democrats Steny Hoyer and Jim Clyburn both came out calling on other House members to denounce these hateful acts, saying silence amounts to complicity. Several other Democrats are now taking it a step further today. Let me take you through this. They are explicitly charging that angry Republican rhetoric during the health care debate has helped to create this climate. That's what they say. Obviously, it's a very serious accusation. Several are pointing the finger directly at Republican House Leader John Boehner, who made this impassioned plea at the very end of the health care debate.
Can you say it was done openly? With transparency and accountability? Without backroom deals and struck behind closed doors? Hidden from the people? Hell no, you can't!
Now, let me take you through what has been going on with Boehner. Boehner came out yesterday and he put out a statement that said any American angry over health care debate should channel that anger into politics, not violence. I want you to listen now to a response to that statement. This is from Representative Tom Perriello. He's speaking here to CNN, as a matter of fact.
Actually, I thought his statement was fairly outrageous. What he was saying was, for those of you who are threatening people's children, we want you to channel that anger into the campaign. No, we want those people to go to jail. That's what I'm hearing from the Republicans in my district and in my state. They understand the difference between someone who's breaking the law and someone who's simply upset about policy. And for John Boehner to seem to conflate these two was really quite an outrageous statement. No, people who are doing these things that are clearly outside the law, as my very conservative Attorney General said, these people need to be prosecuted, not brought into the campaign room.
Now I want to show you another reason why some Democrats are calling out John Boehner specifically. He's the #1 Republican in the House, of course. In an interview with the Conservative National Review, Boehner referred to fellow Ohioan Steve Driehaus as a, quote, dead man for backing health care reform. He called Steve Driehaus a dead man and stated, quote, he can't go home to the west side of Cincinnati. The Catholics, said Boehner, will run him out of town. As I told you, Representative Driehaus has now reported receiving death threats since that statement. And let me read you this from Driehaus himself. He says, quote, I think it's really important for folks around here, especially Leader Boehner, to understand that his words have consequences. Leader Boehner suggested that if I vote yes on this bill and go home to the west side of Cincinnati, that I could be a dead man. It really calls into question his ability to lead. They are tacitly endorsing the inappropriate behavior and trying to use it to their political gain, and they're willing apparently to put members' families at risk in order to do so. That is what Perriello had to say. Now,
Steve Driehaus as you know, you were quoted in an article saying that he would be a dead man if he voted for...
Politically. Let's make sure we get it correct.
He said he understood that you meant politically, but he said he's concerned that there are people out there who might not have. Given what's going on, do you maybe think that those words might have been taken out of context?
I don't think so.
He said incited things.
Listen, no one saw this quote of mine in this publication until Mr. Driehaus and others made a public issue of it. Thank you.
Hey, just one more quick. Tim Kaine is going to...
So he walks away. John Boehner does not deny, by the way, calling Steve Driehaus a dead man, but he said he was employing a political metaphor, and he said it's only an issue because Driehaus made it an issue. Hold that thought, because now I want to turn the corner once again. Republican Eric Cantor is now saying the Democrats are at fault in all of this. Notice the back and forth. Cantor said just a short time ago, they are fanning the flames.
It is reckless to use these incidents as media vehicles for political gain. That is why I have deep concerns that some, DCCC Chairman Chris Van Hollen and DNC Chairman Tim Kaine in particular, are dangerously fanning the flames by suggesting that these incidents be used as a political weapon.
Cantor also said that he's received threats. He's mentioned this story. Look, folks, I'll just be really honest with you, all right? There's been a lot of talk in this country of late about socialism. I know a thing or two about socialism because I was born in a socialist country, and I came to this country in essence because my parents needed to go away from that place. I couldn't be more grateful. So today we find ourselves covering a story that affects the community where I grew up, Miami, Florida. There is the personification of something that Fidel Castro and his brother Raul have done, which has made people in Miami extremely upset. It's about jailing people for what they think, not for what they've done, including the story of a man who recently died in prison because he was willing to starve himself to death rather than agree to things that he's just not willing to go along with. This story is taking place today in Miami. It's a protest. His mother, for example, is one of those women in white, as they're called. They marched on the streets in Havana and were picked up by the government.
No, you can't. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, you can't.